Hello there, this is forexbrokers.net, and today we will discuss the rule to follow when trading impulsive waves with the Elliott waves theory. Impulsive waves are everywhere. Not as many Elliott traders will consider that an impulsive wave is only possible in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure. But an impulsive wave also appears in a corrective wave. For instance, if you have a flat pattern looks like A, B, C. For this C wave, this is an impulsive wave. Or if you have a zigzag pattern looks like this. Looks A, B, C. They are labeled with, it is labeled with letters, but wave A and wave C are impulsive as well. The classic structure of an impulsive move is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in a rising impulsive wave, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. And many people mistakenly label impulsive wave because the rules of an impulsive wave are not quite known or followed. So let's say that this is the first wave, this is the second wave. The second wave, and then this is the third wave, and then this is the fourth, one, two, three, four, and then the fifth wave. This is a five-way structure. In this five-way structure, it is called a third wave extension. Because any impulsive wave must have an extended wave. Extension refers to one of the three motive waves. The motive waves are the first, the third, and the fifth. One of these motive waves must be impulsive as well. And therefore, the extension refers to minimum 161.8 when applied to the next longest wave. In this arrangement, the next longest wave is the first wave, not the fifth. And then all we gotta do is to take a Fibonacci tool, a Fibonacci retracement or a Fibonacci expansion, it doesn't matter, to find out the 161.8 level, which is this one. So we take 161.8, but in this case it is obvious that the third wave is more than 161.8, and then we apply this 161.8 to the end of the second wave, and we do have an extension. Now the 161.8 is the minimum distance that the market should travel, but it is a rule to follow. Another rule is that the third wave can never be the shortest in an impulsive wave. So if you look at the third that is shorter than the first and the fifth, then that's not possible. Another thing to consider is the so-called 0 to 2 trend line. So you should take a trend line from the start of the impulsive wave until the end of the second wave, and you draw it on the right side like this. No part of the first nor the third wave should break the 0 to 2 trend line. If you see that kind of a thing happening, that's no impulsive wave. Let's assume that this is the Great Britain pound and the US dollar on the daily chart here. So you don't know here what happens. We see that the market moves higher, and then we say, okay, it could be an impulsive wave, and this is wave 1. We don't know at this stage. Let's say this is the first wave. So something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the first wave. If we say that this is the second wave here, then if we draw the 0 to 2 trend line from here to here like this, we have two problems. First of all, we see that parts of the first wave broke the 0 to 2 trend line. It tells you either that the impulsive wave did not start from here and it started from here, and in this case you solve for that issue. In this case, no part of the first wave broke the 0 to 2 trend line. But if this is the end of the second wave, then the market pierced the 0 to 2 trend line here, and even here, if you project it even forward in time, it is being pierced here. We cannot say that this is the third wave. We cannot say that this is the third wave. Why? If this is the third wave, in an impulsive wave, there is no possible to have overlapping between corrective waves. In an impulsive wave, the second wave and the fourth waves are corrective. There is no overlapping between the two. But in this case, if this is the third and this is the fourth, and this is the fourth, then you have overlapping between the fourth and the first, not to mention that there is no extension. So in this arrangement, that's not good. So if this is the error, we said the error came from the 0 to 2 trend line. This is not the end of the second wave. Where it should be? How about, is this the end of the second wave? Well, let's see. We draw the 0 to 2 trend line and we drag it on the right side. We see that it is being pierced here. Remember the rule. No part of the first nor the third wave should break the 0 to 2 trend line. Therefore, we will start looking at the third wave possibilities. It is done either here or here or here. Correct? Correct. If this is the third wave, then we must look at an extension. If it is a third wave extension, it should be longer than 161.8 of wave A, of the first wave. So we take a Fibonacci retracement, we find out 161.8, we measure the level, and we apply it from the end of the second wave to see if we have a third wave extension. We see that by no chance there is no extension. Sorry for that. So there is no extension here. Therefore, this is not impulsive wave, no matter how you put them. A good question will be, okay, it is not a third wave extension, but it's a first wave extension. No, because in that case, you will have overlapping. What I'm trying to say is that such a simple rule like the 0 to 2 trend line will help you identify impulsive waves and rule out the possibility of an impulsive wave. Because if the market does not form an impulsive wave, then it must form a corrective wave. So we discussed the 0 to 2 trend line. The 2 to 4 trend line is important as well. If you draw the 2 to 4 trend line, no parts of the third wave should break the 2 to 4 trend line. After the fifth wave, if the market breaks the 2 to 4 trend line, it should break it in less than the time it took for the fifth wave to form. There are three types of impulsive waves: first wave extension, third wave extension like this one here, and fifth wave extension. A fifth wave extension has the longest wave, the fifth wave. The third wave is not the shortest, hence the first wave will be the shortest. Both second wave and the fourth wave are corrective. There is no overlapping in classic impulsive wave. And last but not least, impulsive waves do not channel. Bye bye.